Well, we are back on MorningLine. Thanks for joining us.
Very festive with that.
Festive. Now we've got poinsettias.
Nice.
Of course,
Good
Dave,
look for
Steve. Anything covering my head, I suppose. Listen, we've got the phone lines open, 737-7587 if you want. Talking about holiday memories, traditions, all this. You know what? We're going to go to our longtime friend Joe. Is that cool? Let's talk to Joe.
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 Hey, Joe.
Good morning, Joe.
Good morning.
Hey.
Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year
Merry
to you
Christmas.
all at Channel
Thank you.
5. And a couple of comments and a question. Dave Nichols is probably the best traffic man I've ever been around.
Yeah,
And,
that's true. It's
You
true.
owe him money.
Oh, yeah, your check's in the Christmas card there, Joe.
He's the best. He really is.
One of the other comments I'll make, in my lifetime, I had a chance to meet a lot of so-called stars of different kinds, and Jerry Clower is one of them.
Cool.
Jerry Clower was a guy, regardless of where you saw him, he was still the same. He never, if he was walked into a place, he was Jerry Clower, period. Just on and off, he was still just the same guy.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
that's they said. The other question I will have for Steve, I know he's a big car guy,
Yeah.
but if he had a choice of any car that he could have,
Oh, that's good.
it'd be.
Easy.
And y'all have a Happy New Year. Merry
Happy New Year.
Christmas.
You
and
too,
hope-
Joe.
Thank you, Joe.
Thanks, Joe.
Joe,
That's
thank you
easy.
again, and we'll see you and talk to you in the new year. Joe's been a great, viewer and participant in this show for years.
Sure has.
I love hearing from him. He's always first. All right, and I know you've already got an answer to that because you probably thought
1959 Cadillac convertible. Super simple. Yes.
A boat.
that would be.
I had a 1959 Cadillac hearse when I was in high school and college.
That was
And,
your college car?
Yeah,
A
kind of.
hearse.
And I love that car. And now it's back in service as a hearse again at a funeral home in Alabama. So it's found a good home, although I miss her. But yeah, I'd love a 59 Cadillac convertible. I mean, it's the largest tail fins ever produced by General Motors, and just the epitome of style and class for that era.
That is cool. I got to know, though, while you were in college and you're going on a date and you pull up in the hearse and
Yeah.
she walks out and she's like, what?
They were
dying to go out with him.
Exactly. As long as they got to ride in front, they were okay.
A couple of stiffs, but you know.
I had to ask. I mean, that's just all right. In terms of traditions, you got anything special you're doing this year, Leland?
No,
That you
just
guys-
the annual tour of the state. So we got to get family in from East Tennessee with Yolanda's family,
Right.
West Tennessee with my family, and here in between. But
So you bop around to all of them. They're not all coming here.
No, because we're the only ones here.
Okay.
Now Yolanda's got a brother here, but that's it. All of her family is east for the most part. All of my family is west for the most part.
So you go. How do you? Yeah, I know you were talking about this last year, but I mean, how do you handle the annoying uncle?
Oh, yeah.
I just walk away. I just walk away.
Doesn't visit that person. What about you? Are you going back west?
No, I'm not. I'm not going back. We recently just moved my folks from Oregon to Boise. They had to move. They're getting older
getting
now.
closer.
They're getting closer. My
closer.
folks,
There's a long way to go.
my brother lives in Boise. And you know what? Right after that happened, you'd know, Leland, a huge weather event happened in Eugene, Oregon, where it was the worst ice storm in 40 years, and it destroyed their house.
Did it really?
Yeah, there's
man.
these Douglas fir trees that got, and here's the thing, we kind of more or less had to force my folks to move in a way. We said, let's just go visit they're still lucid, but we said, my mom had injured herself, and we said, go and spend Thanksgiving with Raul in Boise, and with the intention of them never going back. So my wife and I flew out there, emptied their house, got in touch with the realtor, put it on the market. And there were it's really run down. It's in a very nice neighborhood, but it's a run down house because they couldn't care for it. And this ice storm hits, and the Douglas firs landed right on their bedroom. And if they had been home and we hadn't moved them, they'd be dead.
Yeah. Wow.
So whatever happens now, I can show you guys pictures of it. It's crazy. These huge, Douglas firs are enormous trees, and the ice was so bad, and it's all throughout Eugene, just crushed. I couldn't believe when I got the call, and I'm looking at it, and I see this huge tree that's smashed in the middle of the night to their bedroom. Meaning that, again, if we hadn't moved them just a week ago, or we moved them before Thanksgiving and we were out there, they'd be dead.
Wow.
Isn't it weird when stuff like that happens?
That's
I can't tell you how many mornings that I drive into work and I get here and find out that there is a crash, sometimes a serious crash,
Just after.
in the street that I passed through 15, 20 minutes earlier.
I know.
And it's a strange feeling when
It is.
when you feel like you've dodged the bullet.
Yeah, and you're very thankful for
Yes.
it. But it can happen to anyone at any time. We've just been very lucky. So, but at least my parents get to spend time with my brother at the holidays.
That's
so
good.
Yeah,
let's go to Brian. Brian, good morning.
Good morning, Santiville. Ho, ho, ho.
Hey, Brian, what's up, my
They're
friend?
laughing at me.
No, they're laughing with you.
With you.
What are you eating?
We are eating.
Well, we got
I
quiche.
was
Who
eating.
eating?
We've got biscuits, and we have quiche. We got cookies.
Oh, that's
eggnog.
Really nice. Mary Elena did a fantastic job. It was very nice of her to send this out
Fancy.
for us.
I was thinking about one of my more interesting Christmas memories, something a little different. It was 92, and I was out of college a couple of years from the University of Illinois, and I was from a small farm town in southern Illinois.
Where?
And just outside of Cairo. It's fun, Carbondale. It's funny because the town was called Murfreesboro, Illinois, but it was spelled different. It was spelled F-R-E-S.
I went to school in Carbondale.
Or something, I don't know. You heard of it?
I went to, I'm a Saluki, man.
Yeah, so anyway, I was hanging out down there, and then we went to the big city, and I've been there a couple of years. And I was working for the Tribune. I had no end of the sweet gig advertising sales. I was making tons of money. And we were down on Rush Street all the time, and I was just, it was Christmas, and I was getting tired of, like you say, the family and crazy uncle or something. So my buddy, Samurai, and we headed down to Rush Street, and we went into Mother's. And down in the basement, there was a guy who was at the bar. We were sitting there, and he had this funny Christmas hat on, not like the one you got on, but had like ear flaps. I looked at him. Well, hey, you're.
Over the years.
He goes, I'm John Cusack. I go, oh. And this was just right when you started your day.
Yep.
Sat there and party with him for a little while, 5, 10, 20 minutes, a beer or two, and then he got up. He was by himself, and he went out in the night. We got up to look for him. We looked out the door, and poof, he had disappeared. I swear to God, like a Christmas miracle or something. Wow, that was weird.
A brush with John Cusack, the actor. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
My most interesting thing was Christmas Day.
Yeah.
We were surprised the bars open, but a lot of bars are open in Chicago Christmas because people just got to get away from their families.
Yeah, I was going to say, and that's the truth sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm trying to remember. Okay, on Christmas Day, we're talking about traditions. I was wondering when he said that about what's open on Christmas Day. I mean, sometimes on Christmas Day we'll go to a movie. After we're all done and we're just kind of sitting there, and there's not. If we don't have family, it's just the three of us, my wife and son. We'll go to a movie. But what else is open on Christmas? Most stuff open. I mean, the shopping besides movie
Stores
theaters.
are open probably
More than
early.
it used to be.
Yeah,
More than
nowadays
used to be.
there's
Now,
money to be made,
convenience markets, gas stations will be open, I think.
Waffle House.
They always have a sign
Subway.
up.
Subway.
Hey, listen, you guys I know have to go make a quick run. We're going to take a break,
do.
and they'll do their thing over on the other channel and come back and join us. Let's take that break real quick for you guys.
All right.
All right, we'll be right back. Stay with us. We'll take more calls.